A portion of this video is sponsored by Javy.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is our appointment with AAA Bus. We just had a couple things we wanted them to look over. Our bus has been overheating easily. We can't really start in cold weather, and we might have an oil leak. We're really looking forward to having them check over our bus, just do one last checkup before we continue our journey up north to Canada. We're honestly pretty nervous, but we're staying optimistic. We're just excited to see what Tony and his crew have to say.
Do you think they work on buses?
So we've only been here for 15 minutes and I already feel so much better. Long story short, we rolled up to the bay and we told him about the overheating issues we had. He popped the hood and immediately pointed to something and said, yep, that's what's wrong. That's probably why you're overheating. And I know they haven't fixed anything yet, but I just can't describe how happy I feel just after that, because everyone else we've taken it to, they don't believe us or they can't find anything wrong. We also told him about the glow plugs and he already told us that he has a solution to it. He worked on someone's bus very similar to ours yesterday. He did a whole custom fix for their glow plugs and it sounds like we might have a very similar issue. So that sounds great. The last mechanic that we told about our glow plug issue just gave us a can of starter spray and told us to be on our way. So I'm very excited about this.
And if you're like me and had never heard of starter spray before, it's something that you can use like in emergencies, but with an engine that uses glow plugs, it's pretty dangerous because it can cause a small explosion. So you really don't want to use it unless you absolutely have to. So it's definitely not a good long-term fix. So I'm really excited to get a real solution. So the engine's running, so I'm really sorry if this is hard to hear me, but they have a fix for the overheating problem. They are totally flushing out our radiator, which we paid to have done before, but not like this. They're using like actual chemicals. It's like a 3 or 4 hour process. They're really doing a good job of cleaning it out versus when we paid to have it flushed out by a different mechanic in South Carolina. The guy just opened up the lines. Like he did it while we were there. It took him like 20 minutes. So I feel really good about this. They also noticed that our radiator clutch, like fan clutch, needs to be replaced. So we're getting a brand new one from an international dealer. I feel like that's gonna fix it. I feel like that's gonna help a lot. Because we were having overheating issues. More recently, we drove for an hour and there were some mountains. And in that 1 hour of driving, we had to stop 4 times to let the engine cool down. So we're really gonna feel much better having this problem fixed because it was really giving us a lot of trouble. Is that what it's called? A radiator fan clutch?
I think so, yeah. And not to mention, it is only 10 a.m. and they already have 2 solutions to our problems. So I'm feeling really good so far.
Yeah, and someone here said that he's watched our videos before, which,
yeah,
that's crazy.
It's another Skoolie that just showed up. Despite the lot here being surrounded with buses, there's probably upwards of 100 different school buses here. We were actually the only Skoolie here this morning until this one showed up. So I'm glad there's another Skoolie here.
So we're fixing lunch because I'm pretty sure the mechanics are on lunch break right now and we're just kind of waiting. We gave them a pretty big list of stuff we wanted them to do, so we were not expecting to be out of here before lunch today.
Tony and his crew here are just the best. We got to talking because they were letting us know how everything was going with the fixes they were doing, and we'll share more on that later. But since everything's going so smoothly, we went ahead and asked about the shocks, and they said they'd be able to replace them today for us, which is great. And it sounds like they found some pretty cheap parts, so I think we'll be able to replace all 4 for under $400, so less than $100 per shock. And I'm just so excited because this bus has been pretty bouncy, it's pretty wobbly on some turns, so I'm really excited to see how it'll handle after we get new shocks. Well, I'm really excited for the new ones. It's like, it's been pretty bumpy, but I just thought that's how buses are. I think this was the really busted one. That, like,
Wow.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to pop back up.
Yes. I'm really excited about this.
Yes. Since we moved into the bus, I've been making myself coffee at least once every day. And between getting out all the components and washing the dishes afterwards, it's definitely the most time-intensive part of my morning routine. But with this coffee concentrate from Javy, not only can I make delicious coffee without racking up a bunch of dirty dishes, I can even make my all-time favorite drink, which is cold brew coffee. My personal favorite is the mocha flavor, but they have tons of options available on their website. So if you guys love coffee too, check out the link in our description and use our discount code for 25% off of your order. Okay, now back to the video. We have a new button to bypass our glow plug relay, which should hopefully fix our cold start problems.
Yeah. Can I click it and see what it sounds like?
That's it engaging.
Oh, okay. I think I heard it.
If you stand over here, you can hear it.
Oh, okay.
Should I click it?
Yeah, go and click it. Is it because it really is out here? Yeah. I can definitely hear it.
We also asked them to check on what we thought might have been a fuel or an oil leak, and they looked at it and decided that it wasn't a problem.
Alright. What, like, so I've been putting like the anti-gel, right, diesel additive into it. Should I be doing anything else to like clean it out? Like, I don't know, I've heard other people talk about like different additives to clean out the gas tank and all that. Is that a real thing?
You should probably run a bottle of injector cleaner through it every now and then.
Jimmy didn't even get to finish his string cheese.
I know.
That's how fast they are.
I know, I thought we'd have to have dinner here, but
I was fully expecting that,
yeah, not at all. These guys are the best. I've said that like 100 times so far, but yeah, the amount of stuff they did for us in one day is just so much more than what we were used to with all the other shops that we've ever been to. They've done a lot of stuff. We can get into that later, but we do need to get out of their parking lot to begin with, and we're gonna try to go find a place to stay for tonight. I mean, this part should sound the same. This isn't different.
Hopefully.
Sounds good though.
Yeah, it does.
I'm excited to drive it on these new shocks.
Yeah.
We'll give it a second and then I'll back up.
The guys at the shop said that the shocks were so bad, the old ones that they replaced today, that it was almost like we didn't have any shocks at all. Because they said that they were the original ones from the bus, and this bus is 25 years old. So I'm really excited to see how much smoother this thing drives. And you guys might notice it in the footage too. It might be less bouncy. We'll see. We're lucky enough to be able to meet up with some friends. We weren't expecting to, at least not tonight, because we thought we'd be in the shop overnight for sure. So this is pretty cool. We're in a Walmart parking lot. We're not sure if we're allowed to stay here, so if we get kicked out, it'll be more fun with friends, I guess. Hannah, hey! Oh.
Get over here.
Hey guys.
Oh my god. So did we sneak up on you with our super quiet engine?
I was so sure that you guys are gonna spend at least a night.
I thought so too.
Yeah, they did everything in one day and more. They we got new shocks too put on. So we got brand new, like all 4 new shocks.
So you might recognize our friends from a few of our earlier videos. They are Michael and Holliff, or the Round the World guys. The nice thing about us finishing up at the shop early is that we had planned to be there for a few days. So now we have a couple extra days that we weren't planning on. We happen to be in the same area with Michael and Holliff. So I think we might hang out with them for a little bit over the next couple days. We still gotta figure it out since everything's kind of up in the air. We'll update you guys more and fill you in on what happened at AAA Overall, everything was awesome, but tomorrow we can kind of run through and tell you guys more details about what they did. And I think we're just really tired for tonight, so I made some chicken and noodles, and I think we're just gonna eat that and pretty much go straight to bed because we are beat.
It's our first snake.
Aww.
We've been looking out for these for so long.
Can I go get closer?
Well, we could drive closer.
I don't want to hit him. Oh, he's coming out. Hey, bud.
So cute.
Look at that little guy.
I don't see a rattlesnake. I don't think it's a rattlesnake, but that's a little spooky. There's definitely snakes out here.
We're free.
We did it. So I know you're dying to know what we actually did, so I'm gonna go grab the paper and try to explain everything that they did. Okay, so there's a few things that they did. The first thing was the overheating issue. They resolved that by giving us an entire coolant radiator flush, and they were very thorough about it. After that, they found that our radiator fan clutch was not working correctly. It wasn't engaging as it should. So they gave us an entire new clutch, and it seems to be working really well.
This is the first time we were able to make this drive up the 2,000 feet of elevation gain without having to pull over to let the bus cool down. So it's definitely progress, especially because this is the hottest temperature we've ever tried to drive this stretch in.
And Natalie doesn't know this yet, but I kept it on cruise control the entire time.
That's pretty cool. That's definitely news to me.
The next big thing we wanted looked at was our glow plugs, because we've been having trouble starting in colder weather, and so we knew it was something to do with the glow plugs. They checked it for us. They checked our glow plugs and our relay. Both were fine, and so they added a manual plug.
Yeah, there's just like a little silver button next to our ignition that they installed, and we pressed that to engage the glow plugs.
Yeah.
Is my understanding.
So we're excited to really put it to the test, but we'll know for sure when we get to really cold weather, but I'm already feeling really good about it. The other big thing that we weren't even planning on getting done this week was we asked them to replace all 4 shocks. They looked at it and confirmed that the shocks we had on the bus were the original parts from when the bus was made 25 years ago. And you could tell when they pulled it off, they could just so easily move the shocks back and forth. They had no spring to them whatsoever. We were basically riding on no shocks at all.
So riding into this campsite, there's a lot of it's all dirt roads, tons of rocks, and a lot of sections where it's like washboard roads where it's constant bumps. And there's a huge difference. We noticed it's a lot smoother. I mean, it's still a bus, but it handles it so much better. And on the turns, we used to feel the bus kind of lean into the turns, and now it does not do that. It's so much smoother.
And while we were checking out, they did give us 2 more things. I'm gonna go inside and grab those. Okay, so the first thing they gave us was, we told them about, we had a cracked window lock. They were able to supply us with like an extra little window latch because ours was cracked, and we've been holding it together with duct tape so far. And the next thing that I'm really excited about, and it just kind of shows how nice these guys are.
They're so nice.
Yeah, as we're leaving, they hooked us up with 2 of their official Skoolie t-shirts.
And it's got this cool design on the back that says AAA Bus.
Yeah, my conversion started at AAA Bus. Even though our conversion didn't start there, I feel like our
curse ended there.
Our curse ended there, so it's good enough.
They were super nice, and they were really helpful. And I feel like this was the first time we went to a mechanic and were really listened to. I'm so glad that we made the decision to take it there. I know you guys get real excited whenever we do our own mechanic work, and I think it's great to do when we can, but it just feels good to have the guys who are top-notch at doing this take a look at our bus and just give us a good sense of security about it.
And for anyone wondering, because I know we're gonna get questions about it, the total amount that we spent on this bill was just under $1,400.
They saved us money where they could. We were expecting to pay $100 per shock. They found them for $60 each. So for all 4 shocks, it was only $240 in parts.
I hope that wasn't too boring, but it is something that's been on our minds for so long that we're just so excited about it, and we're excited to talk to you guys about it and share our relief that the curse is gone. Maybe I'm saying that way too early, but
Don't even say we're jinxing it.
We can't jinx it. It's like,
yeah.
it's jinx proof. So tonight we've got some friends to come hang out with us, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of a bonfire and maybe roast some s'mores. And I think we're just gonna take it easy tonight, and I think it's about time we relax.
Oh my gosh. Do you think our bus could do that?
I think we're just gonna take it easy tonight. Maybe have some adult beverages.
Wow, Jimmy.
Wow.
We're gonna get demonetized.
2, 3, throw. It didn't do anything. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, throw. Okay, that might work eventually, but I think someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that's fair.